What is up, subscribers of Xenon? My name is FatalFatalities, but you can call me Fatal. I am here today to bring you this match. Xenon has agreed to give me an SOS, and I am super thankful for that. I look up to Xenon. He has a lot of subscribers. He always brings good content. And the fact, I just love his voice, even if I can't always understand what he's saying. I think he's a great person, and we share a lot of the same beliefs, and I kind of consider him an older brother of mine. So thank you, big brother, for letting me do this. If you're looking at the team right now, you're gonna go ahead and notice that we both have Keldeo. And basically, I just want to tell you a funny story. I woke up this morning and I was like, why hasn't anyone used Keldeo? I mean, I know it's not unreleased, but it's still like a good Pokemon, and it's just a game. Why not just go ahead and use it? So basically, I woke up and I watched the trailer for Kyurem versus the Sacred Swordsman, and I was like, I'm gonna use Keldeo today. So this morning I was battling on the Smogon Wi-Fi Battle Finder, and then I never got really any good games. And then a subscriber of mine named Thunderblunder was online, and he was actually requesting a match that said in parentheses, I'm gonna use a Keldeo, and I was like, oh fuck, oh. So I challenged him, and we got this awesome match here. In his defense, I am using a little bit more of a serious team. His looks a little bit more relaxed, but they're both really solid teams, and we're just gonna go ahead and just get this thing started. I'm going to go ahead and just lead off with my Politoed as he leads off with his Latios. I just want to get my rain up ASAP because he has no weather on this team, and my rain is going to be here to stay. So, basically what this team does is it capitalizes on the fact that I'm going to set up a lot of entry hazards and then use my Dragonite, who is actually the Parashuffler, to phase things out and do things like that. I actually got the set from Xenon a couple Wi-Fi battles ago. I was like, oh, I like that set, I'm going to use it. But anyway, my opponent's going to predict me to switch out to Ferrothorn, and he's actually going to trick me, which is horrible. Then he's going to switch out into his Arcanine as I just set up a layer of spikes, because honestly, entry hazards is going to be the main thing that's going to keep me going in this match. So, if you didn't notice, 4 out of the 6 Pokemon he uses are weak to spikes, or actually they're not weak to it, but they are susceptible to it, and then Stealth Roxy is going to be doing a good chunk to basically anything else on his team. He's going to go ahead and just go for the safe close combat as I bring in my defensive Donphan, and Donphan is going to be able to take that like a boss. If you guys like The Lion King, I love The Lion King. I named this thing Pumbaa after Pumbaa because Pumbaa is a boss. On the switch out, I'm just going to go ahead and go for the Stealth Rocks as he actually brings in his Keldeo. And I was like, alright, I know what Keldeos do because I am running one. I know that they're probably going to Calm Mind, so mine, I already basically just told you right there that mine is a Calm Mind set. So I did predict correctly, and he is going to go for the Calm Mind. I'm going to go into my Choice Scarf Rotom. I know that if he didn't go for the Calm Mind, I could threaten him out with a Volt Switch, but if he starts setting up, then I'm just going to go ahead and trick him the Choice Scarf. I get his Life Orb, which is very interesting, and he's going to go ahead and go for the Secret Sword, which is Keldeo's signature move. And if you guys don't know about Sacred Sword, or not, it's Secret Sword, damn it. Actually, it's basically like Psyshock, except for a fighting move. So it hits on the physical side, but it is a special move. So I'm going to bring in my specially defensive Dragonite, and how I name some of my Pokemon is that I take words that I like and then I butcher them, so that there's just like a little part in between left. And if you guys can guess what word I butchered to make this nickname, I will make you guys a sandwich or something. So, first comment, leave a comment of your favorite sandwich. Hell yeah. Mine is ham and cheese. So he's going to go ahead and bring in his Latios, who is no longer Scarfed, and he's going to go for the Dragon Pulse. And basically what this Dragonite's going to start doing is it's going to Thunder Wave and Substitute and Roost up until I'm at full health. And basically what I want to try to do is get back up to full while I'm in a sub. So, I think basically I'm going to go ahead and just keep setting up subs as he's going to keep Dragon Pulsing. And this is the part where I speed it up because it gets really annoying really fast. In fact, every part with Dragonite is really annoying, so I went ahead and just sped this up a huge ton. So, basically Dragonite's just derping in here. I'm going to be roosting and blah 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 blah. And now I give you guys an opportunity to see what specially defensive Dragonite does to Latioses that don't have a lot of special attack investment. It takes those hits like a boss. And he was honestly just like, oh my god, that literally did nothing. And I was like, I know. So I'm going to go into Ferrothorn, knowing that he's going to switch out on the next turn to let me set up a layer of spikes. So, I have my rocks up, I have a layer of spikes up, and now I'm going to get another layer of spikes as he brings in his Landorus. And honestly, Landorus wasn't the best switch in, but I guess it's better than most things. even though my Ferrothorn isn't invested in defense at all, I will be able to take this hit and then set up my last layer of spikes. So right now, I'm full on entry hazards. I don't run toxic spikes on anything, so I will not be setting any of those. But basically what I thought at this point is that he's going to go ahead and keep using attacks to bring me down with his life orb and all that. So he's going to be losing health. I'm going to go ahead and just switch out into my Politoed as he switches out into his Lilligant, which was a good move. I knew that he'd probably switch out, so I'm just going to go ahead and go for the Toxic, but I fucking miss! Who the hell misses Toxic any nowadays? It's like, what the fuck? I don't even know. Actually, I was laughing my ass off during this match too, because it was actually really good. So I'm going to go ahead and just switch into my Rotom as Sleep Fodder, or Death Fodder, really. It doesn't have the Scarf anymore, so if I really wanted to switch it on that, and yeah, that wouldn't have worked anyway. But he's going to go ahead and just switch into Scizor. And I think I just go ahead and switch out into my Dragonite, and this is the next kind of stally part. Oh god. Okay, so at this point in the match, I went ahead and just ran a calculation of how much a Choice Banded Bullet Punch from a Scizor would do to a Dragonite, and to my surprise, it is actually going to do about 48 to 51%. So that means I have a big chance to be able to roost off most of the damage and then regain more so that I can bring myself back up to multi-scale and then keep doing what I'm doing. So if you are watching the damage at this point, my health is regaining a little bit, but sadly it's not going to bring me back up to full on this turn. It's going to leave me at 375, which is not enough. I knew that he'd probably just go ahead and switch out, so I'm going to go for the Roost again while his Landorus comes in. And this is honestly funny as hell right here. He's going to go for the Stone Edge, and it's obviously going to hit because no one misses Stone Edges at all. And then I'm going to go for the Dragon Tail, and I'm going to fucking miss. And I was like, what? What the hell? Who does that? What kind of Dragonite does that? Anyway, well, whatever. I'm going to go ahead and switch out because I don't want to take Stone Edges. So I'm going to go into my Donphan, and he's going to be able to take that, even though it's a crit. Hacks my ass off. But Life Orb is going to bring him down to a range of HP where I know an Ice Shard should be able to, an Ash Shard. An Ash Shard is going to be able to take out this Landorus with one hit. He's going to go ahead and just go into his Lilligant as Death Fodder. That was a really good move because Lilligant on this team really can't do a whole lot besides put shit to sleep. And yeah. So this Lilligant dies. I'm sorry, little Lilligant. I actually really like the Lilligant. It's really cute. So Puma's going to get some HP back, and now he's around half health, so that means he's still a good Pokemon to have around. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and just switch out into my Politoed because I know I resist both. If he has Hydro Pump and Hidden Power Ice, I can take those, and Secret Sword hits on the physically defensive side because it is like Psyshock, and my Politoed is max defensive, so I should be able to take those pretty well, and then fire off Rain Boosted Scalds, Toxics, whatever. If he wants to set up, I have Perish Song. He's going to go ahead and just switch out into Scizor as I go for the Ice Beam because I was actually predicting him to bring in Latios because I think Latios would be a better check to this Politoed rather than a Scizor. And right here, I knew that he'd overpredict me to go into something else to take the superpower. So I'm actually going to leave in my Politoed as he goes for the U-turn. If it was any other situation, if I was playing anyone else that I didn't know, and because this guy is a subscriber of mine and I battled him multiple times before, I wouldn't have really risked it like that. I would have been like, hell no, I'm going to go out to Dragonite. But I'm just going to go ahead and fire off a Rain Boosted Scald. It's going to fucking live with like negative 2 HP and I don't get the burn, so oh well, what are you going to do? It honestly doesn't matter that much. I'm going to go ahead and just switch out and go into my Dragonite, and Dragonite is going to be a boss right here. So basically I spit it up again. And the reason why I bring in Dragonite, even though I wasn't sure what hidden power he was, I saw that it was only neutral damage on Politoed, and then the guy I was battling told me in our chat, he was just like, oh, I misstabbed it, it's hidden power dark, and I was like, that's funny as hell. So basically this thing has nothing to really touch me with. It does have, it can go for Hydro Pumps, which are rain boosted, which still does a lot, and because of rain, those are actually going to be able to break my subs, otherwise they wouldn't be able to. But I'm going to go ahead and just paralyze this thing now that I'm at a good range of health. If I can get him to miss Hydro Pumps or be fully paralyzed, that'll be good. I'm going to go ahead and just go for the Roost. And as he is paralyzed, and I was like, whoa, that's good for me. So, he's going to go for Hydro Pumps, and he's not going to miss a single Hydro Pump after this. And I was honestly thinking, I was like, shouldn't this guy be running out of Hydro Pumps by now? And if he does, then he is locked into it because I did trick him the Choice Scarf. So, he's going to be using Struggle. And that's not going to be good because that is 100% accurate and it can break my multi-scale and all that. But I really want Dragonite to have multi-scale. So basically this whole part is me trying to get multi-scale with Dragonite. So he brings out his Scizor as he dies from entry hazards. So you can already see how entry hazards is having a major role in this game. And basically what this team is, I already told you like the basis of it, but besides Keldeo, I actually had Specs Latios in place of it. So this is like my super serious rain team. I wasn't sure how serious Thunder Blunder was going to be, saying he was going to bring a Keldeo. But yeah, stuff and shit. He's actually going to go ahead and miss the Stone Edge with his Landorus thing, and I'm going to hit him with a Dragon Tail and actually take him out because it is stab damage from a Dragonite. So whatever. This part's going by a little fast because I've pretty much sped up every part that has to do with Dragonite. So Latios is in here, and I know at this point that I'm going to go ahead and bring out my star of the show, My Little Pony. And I've recently changed his nickname so that there's a W in place of the O because Keldeo is just that badass. And at this point, I know that I can take his Draco Meteors, I can set up Calm Minds and do shenanigans like that. Now, I don't have the match yet. Well, actually, technically I do have the match, but I don't have Keldeo for a secure finishing off the game kind of thing, you know, because he still has Arcanine. And what he didn't know at this point is that I am actually a max defensive set. Because any Pokemon that likes to get Calm Mind, I'm not sure if I'm already saying this, but if you guys have seen my other videos by chance, I do like to have Pokemon that get Quiver Dance and Calm Mind. I like to raise their defensive stat to the max, and then I'll be able to set up, you know, Quiver Dance or Calm Mind, and I'll be able to capitalize off the huge defenses and the huge special attack boosts. So you'll see that come into play in a couple turns. But anyway, I'm going to keep going for Calm Mind until I'm fairly certain that Scald will be a 2-hit KO on this thing. And because I do have a decent special attack stat, it is in the rain, it is stab. It is going to be able to 2-hit KO it. And this Keldeo set is just Calm Mind, Hidden Power Grass, Secret Sword, and Scald. I'll run Scald over Hydro Pump because getting the burn on things would be nice. And because it's rain boosted, it'll do a little bit more damage. It'll basically be like a Hydro Pump with a burn if it's in the rain. So I'm going to be able to take out his Latios. And this is when I told him that I was max defensive. And Arcanine is obviously faster than a max defensive Keldeo. So he's going to bring this thing in. And he's going to take a bunch of damage from entry hazards and all that. Because he is weak to Stealth Rocks. He's going to leave him at around half health. So he's going to go for the Wild Charge. And not even a Choice Banded Wild Charge from an Arcanine is going to be able to take out my Keldeo. And I'm going to be able to fire off his Secret Sword, which is his signature move, and win the game. So I actually had a lot of fun with that match, even though I did 5-0 this guy. He's a really good battler, and I had a lot of fun with that match. So a couple more things I just want to say about myself before we end this SOS. Pokemon battles is not all I do, but it is what I mainly do. At this point in time, I only had 50 subscribers about a week ago, and when I got my 50 subs, a couple people asked me if I could upload a tutorial on how to make HD Pokemon Wi-Fi battles. So if you guys are interested in that, I do have a tutorial for that, if you guys don't know how to upload battles. And for my 69 subscriber special, I am doing a project with someone, and it is Pokemon related, but it is not a Pokemon battle. And that will be up probably sometime early next week, so that'll be great. I do listen to my subscribers, so anything you guys want me to do, you guys want me to make you a tutorial on how to make good sandwiches, I will fucking make you guys sandwiches. I don't even care. Whatever you guys want. I listen to my subscribers. I tell them I love them on a daily basis, and I'm not going to tell you guys I love you because you guys aren't subscribed to me yet, but I will say that I like you all, and thank you for watching this video. It is a little bit long, so if you manage to sit through it, go ahead and give yourself a pat on the back, and I will go ahead and end this right now, and I'm just going to say thank you, Xenon, for letting me do this, and you guys have a great day.